Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a quick video today inspired by a post that I saw on Instagram about pulling yourself mentally out of a dark place. So I can't even tell you how many times I've had to pull myself out of a dark place just because of different personal things that go on in my life, whether it has to do with family or just things within myself, whether it's my own high expectations of myself or self-doubt, whatever it may be that I have dealt with in the past. I've really gone to a dark place at times, and I've felt hopeless, and I felt like I couldn't get out of a situation, or I couldn't get back to who I am, because I felt so down, depressed, and etc. So what I want to tell you is, as much as things in life might seem like they pile on, or nothing gets better, or you're overwhelmed, whatever you may be going through in life, because we're all struggling with something, we all deal with something, no one's life is perfect. And the one thing I'll tell you is, don't compare yourself to anyone else. No one knows what you go through. No one has walked in your shoes. No one knows your struggles, and not everyone sits around and tells everyone what they're going through. A lot of us are dealing with internal battles and just things that, whether it's from our past or whatever it may be. I don't know what you deal with or you struggle with, but the one thing I can tell you is, no matter what you're struggling with internally or with another person, a relationship, a work situation, a family situation, keep yourself separated from the situation. Try and I can't even say it. I'm not even gonna try and oh my god, I think my brain is fried. But okay, I can't. So I'm going to say, just separate yourself from the situation. So if it seems like the world is crashing in on you and everything's going wrong, separate yourself from it. So if you're dealing with a relationship issue, family, work, or whatever, separate you from the situation. You are separate from whatever is going on, and try and focus. And I really say try, because it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of strength, and it takes a lot of determination to get yourself separated from a situation that's causing you emotional distress, or just putting you in a place that's not you. If you are normally not in a dark place and you're not feeling sad, depressed, or whatever it may be, you need to pull yourself out of that situation. Now, by pulling yourself out, whether that takes you going to therapy, whether that takes you talking to someone, putting on a motivational video, getting yourself to do your normal routine, even though you don't want to show up, go do your workout, eat a proper nutritious diet, shower, all the things that make you feel good. Give yourself a facial, a spa day, whatever it takes to get you out of that dark place and, back to feeling like yourself. And, a lot of times we end up in the dark place because we get comfortable in a dark place. We get comfortable there. And I've been there where I feel depressed, where, when I was doing not so great, I talked about this in other videos, from September to whenever it was that I wasn't doing so great, after having, had so much success and been on like a high, really, I went into my own dark place, and I went into my head. And in my head, I was basically putting myself down. I was calling myself a failure. I was basically telling myself that I could never accomplish anything ever again. Now, I don't know about you, but if you were to hear that from someone every single day, maybe after a while you would start believing it and really doubt yourself. So if that voice is coming from yourself, it's really damaging your self-worth and it's damaging your thought process and basically how you look at yourself and how you see yourself. Your capabilities, you know, are really determined by your mind and your mindset. So when you're in that dark place, it's going to take even more strength to get out of that dark place. And it's not fair to yourself to keep yourself in that dark place. I know this from experience, because when I felt so terrible about myself, I let those terrible feelings just come, like literally pile onto each other over and over and over, until I felt so deep in that dark place that I didn't think that there was a way to come out of it. Now, the opposite, even when you feel so crappy and you feel like you've had the worst day or the worst month or whatever, if you do something that makes you feel good, even if you unwillingly do it, so if you unwillingly go to a workout or you go to an event or you see your friends, even though you don't feel like being social, it will pull you out of your head. You need to pull yourself out of your own head, get out and do the things that make you feel good about yourself. Now, if a situation is not internal and it has to do with a family member or a relationship or whatever it may be, you still have to pull yourself out of that situation. So you have to continue with your normal, healthy routine that makes you feel like who you are and makes you feel empowered and happy and loving life. You have to do all those things, even though you don't feel all those things on the inside. You have to show up. You have to show up in your uncomfortable dark state until that dark state and that uncomfortable feeling starts to fade away. And it will. I guarantee you it will. It will not fade away by hiding in your own dark place. It will not fade away by continuing to beat yourself up in your head. It will not fade away by trying to just disappear or, detach from everything that you like to do. The world will keep going. Life goes on, and, people heal through time, and you can heal through time. You just have to allow yourself to live that positive life that you've always wanted to live. And yes, there are days, even when you're happy and everything's going well, that you're going to have a bad day. There's no such thing as a perfect situation all the time, but you have to have tactics and ways to get yourself out of a situation quickly and be able to understand that the emotion that you're feeling right now, if it's negative, it's not going to remain forever, and emotions come in waves. So don't act on your emotions when they're negative and basically sabotage yourself and sabotage your own healthy routine and your own healthy mindset. And it's very, very easy to go to a dark place. It's very easy. And I think that being positive and having a healthy routine is daily practice. It is a daily practice for me to pull myself out of a dark place. I thank God every day that I continue to not go to a dark place, it gets easier to just get up and show up and be part of my life. So that's what I'll tell you is every day that you pull yourself out of a dark place, you get closer to not needing that strength and willpower to pull yourself out. It just becomes your routine to not be in a dark place. Does that make sense to you? Because it becomes a habit. Being depressed or being negative or having this self-doubt can become a habit, and you don't want that habit. You don't want a daily habit of putting yourself down. You want a daily habit of being positive, smiling, showing up, doing a workout, eating proper foods, cooking for yourself, doing things that make you happy, going and exploring. It's summer. Go do whatever makes you happy, whether it's traveling, whether it's exploring a new place, whether it's just getting outside. Whatever makes you happy, do those things. Don't allow your life to pass you by while you're in your own head, while you're depressed about another situation, while other people's opinions or whatever may be bringing you down today Don't let that drag on forever, because you'll look back on this day, you'll look back on this month, and you'll wonder why you gave that person, place, thing, or feeling so much value that it took away from your life. Don't let anyone or anything or any situation or any negative feeling about yourself take away from your self-worth. So if it's your own voice, tell your own voice to F off and move on with your life. If you're doubting yourself, just stop. It's that simple. Stop doubting yourself. And even if you doubt yourself and you can't get yourself to stop, go and do the thing that you're doubting that you can do and prove it to yourself that you're able to do it. The mind is an amazing, amazing thing, and it can take you so far, and it can hold you back. So don't let your own mind hold you back. Don't let your own negativity hold you back from living your life. And definitely don't let anyone else's negativity or negative views towards you hold you back, because someone who is making you feel bad or putting anything towards you that's negative, it's really, really a reflection of them and not of you. Move on. They're not no one in the world is as important as you are, and no one in the world is as important as your own mental health, as your own physical health. You really need to put yourself first, and I'm telling myself just as much as I'm telling all of you that you come first. So start putting yourself first in every aspect of your life, and your life will change. I guarantee it. You'll see it. I saw it when I put myself first, when I put aside my excuses, when I put aside all the BS. I saw it. I saw my life change. It wasn't a quick change. It wasn't 2 snaps and a twist or a fairy coming out of the sky and just making everything magically better. It takes work. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of determination and a lot of mental work to get yourself better.